Hi there and welcome to the Ukestuff channel and welcome to lesson 3 of DGBE U. This is class B102, beginner baritone ukulele, and we're looking now at the next chords in our sequence. Now my name is Dr. Christopher Russell. I run Ukestuff.info as well as youtube.com/ukestuff, youtube.com/ukeplayalongs, and techinmusiced.com. The whole purpose of DGBE U is to offer a free, systematic entry into the world of baritone ukulele. Get you going right so that then the next things you pursue out there on the web or wherever you might go, a teacher or whatever, you're well versed and ready to go for that next step. There is a download for this entire course. You can find it at Ukestuff.info. We also have a Facebook group, so please feel free to join there. You can submit your final exam there, as well as leave comments and ask questions. And of course, this method took a ton of work to put together, so even though it's free, if you'd like to make a donation towards that work, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff at any time. Now, before we go any further, let's tune up. Make sure that your ukulele is in tune. I'm turning on my tuner right now. And then once you've tuned, double check. If you've been with us since the beginning, you'll know the two warm-ups that we're about to do. The first one is the caterpillar warm-up. Let's do it. We're going to start on string 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Open. String 3. String 2. String 1. And you can always play those on your own and you can always speed them up for yourself. Now let's go to fret 5. We're going to bar across and do our bar chord warm up. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's review some things from our last lessons. All right, let's just review some things. First of all, the ukulele should be comfortably held in your right arm. That's the main point of support. Your right hand is going to strum, and it's going to strum where the neck meets the body. Your left hand is going to support the neck up here, and it's going to make chord shapes. You're going to be playing on your fingertips, not on the pads of your fingers, at least for now. Now, otherwise, make sure that your ukulele is sort of in a 10 o'clock position and that the sound hole is going away from you. If you look down to fix something, bring it back before you go any further. We've learned 2 chords so far. The first chord was the G chord. It's the 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. The second chord is the C chord. The 1st finger goes on the 2nd string, 1st fret. 2nd finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. You're playing on your fingertips, making lots of space there that a mouse could crawl through. So very claw-like in what you're doing. And that's the C chord. If you remember all of that and you're doing well with that, let's go on and do a song from our last class. Let's do Mary Had a Little Lamb with the different strumming patterns that you can use. So we're going to start on the C chord, and the pattern that we're going to use at first here is just all down strums. 1, 2, ready, go. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Now we're going to go down, 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 up. 1, 2, So the next pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. All right, let's just do some checks. How did you do with the fingertips? How did you do with the chord changes? How did you do with where you were strumming? How did you do with holding the ukulele? All the time, do little self-checks. How hard were you pressing? Don't press too hard. If you do those self-checks, you'll help yourself all the time and help yourself to move faster along. Always sort of reflect after everything that you do and say, how did I do with that? Let's go on to our next chord. Now our next chord is called the D7 chord. There are actually a bunch of 7 chords. What you do is if you, for example, if you look at a piano, if you skip every other key and you play 4 keys doing that, you actually make a 7th chord. Now this is a special kind of chord called a dominant 7th chord, and it's actually really unstable and it wants to collapse to go to another chord. It adds a lot of harmonic motion in the music, and those are all fancy terms. All you need to know is that a 7th chord makes music move. And in this case, the D7 chord is going to want to move to G, which we already know. So it makes sense to have chords that move you to other chords. And the D7 is a very, very important chord. How do you play it? The first finger goes on the 2nd string 1st fret. The 2nd finger goes on the 3rd string 2nd fret. And the 3rd finger goes on the 1st string 2nd fret. You're actually making an upside down V shape, and here's what it sounds like. Now, this is going to be more complex than the other 2 chords because you're using 3 fingers. And yes, there are chords that use 4 fingers, but in this case, we're only using 3. Make sure that you're on your fingertips. Make sure that the thumb is somewhere that can give you some support. Doesn't necessarily mean right behind it because that could do some weird things to your arm, but somewhere that you can work. Don't press too hard. And again, 1st finger, 2nd string 1st fret. 2nd finger, 3rd string 2nd fret. 3rd finger, 1st string 2nd fret. And that's your D7 chord. Once we learn a chord, what we're going to do is we're going to put it into a skill drill. So just like last time when we changed from C to G to C to G, this time we're going to go G, C, and D7 in our skill drill. First, we'll do 4 beats on each chord, then we'll do 2 beats on each chord, and then we'll do the dangerous thing of 1 beat each chord. All right, let's begin, starting on the G chord. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Now, as you were playing, did you notice that C and D7 have 1 finger in common? Check it out. Play your C chord. Now, don't move the 1st finger. Move the 2nd finger over, and then add the 3rd finger. And then you have the D7 chord. So be aware of those changes. Whenever you can make as little motion as possible, do on ukulele. All right, let's do the second one now. 1 chord every 2 beats. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 2, C, 4. G, 2, D7, 4. G, 2, C, 4. D7, 2, G, 4. G, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Now let's do the hard one. 1 chord every beat starting on G. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, C, G, D7, G, C, D7, G, G, C, G, D7, G, C, D7, G, G, 2, 3, 4, and off. So let's do some songs that include that new chord D7. We're going to start off with a song called Yankee Doodle. First of all, we'll just do down strums. Are you ready? Here we go. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. All right, now let's do a little bit harder pattern, which is just going to be all up and downs. 1, 2, ready, go. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. All right, now we're going to do a pattern that goes like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Now for our next song with D7, again, these are all folk songs. They're in the public domain, so they can be used freely, is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. First of all, we're just going to go down strums on it. 1, 2, ready. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Now let's do that with the shuffle pattern. You got it? Here we go. 1, 2, ready. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. All right, that's the Itsy Bitsy Spider done with G and D7. If you look at the download, there is an additional page here with some videos where you can go and practice more of those changes between G, C, and D7. So if you'd like some ideas of what to do for homework for our next lesson, here are some ideas. First of all, practice the chords you know. G, C, and D7. Think about how you hold the instrument and how you strum. Do some self-checks there. Do the skill drill with C and G. Then do the songs with C and G. Then do the skill drills with G, C, and D7. And the songs with G, C, and D7. And again, if you have some extra time, maybe try some of those other extra videos along the way too. All right, thank you so much for joining us here today on DGBE U, Lesson 3 of Class B102 Beginning Baritone Ukulele. I hope we'll see you for Lesson 4. I hope you're having a great day, and I will be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.